So hey guys, welcome again. It's 4 a.m. in the morning. So let me show you how to check the coolant of our motorcycle. So this is my Karizma Xmr210. Here you can see this white tank. This is the coolant reservoir or the expansion tank. So this is where we can check the coolant. The coolant capacity is around 1 liter total, out of which 800 ml goes to the radiator and 200 ml stays in this tank. So always check the coolant level when your motorcycle is cold, because when we ride our motorcycle, the level of coolants increase as the coolant expands when it heats up. So there are two markings on this tank. One line is there in the bottom here and one is top line. This bottom line is the minimum mark and this top one is the maximum mark. The coolant level should always be between these two lines when the coolant is cold or the motorcycle is cold. So right now it looks perfectly fine. Bike is tilted. So to check the coolant level, just straighten it up. Let me just try to straighten it up. So I hope you can see. Now it is straightened up. The level of coolant is slightly above the minimum mark. So this time it is perfectly fine. I'll show you the coolant level after riding the bike. I'm going to my work. So in the cold condition, it seems fine as it is bit above the minimum mark. I'll show you after riding few kilometers when I reach my work. So from this side, if I stand on the left of the motorcycle, you can see this other black cap down on the bottom. This one, this is a radiator cap. The major quantity of the coolant goes into the radiator cap. Means the 800 ml which goes into the radiator, it enters from there. You can access this by removing the right side of the fairing. Any mechanic can access it, or you can just remove the cap from the front by entering your hand from the front and use a pipe and a funnel from the top to fill. So guys, I have ridden the motorcycle. Now it is fairly hot. You can clearly see that the level of the coolant has risen in the expansion tank. It is close to the top mark. Slightly, I think it is slightly above the top mark. As I've told you earlier, when we ride, the coolant expands, or you can say that the heat pushes out the coolant from the radiator or through the plumbing system into the expansion tank. So it is very important never to fill your expansion tank above the maximum marking or to the top, because if you do that, then in the case of expansion or when the heat pushes the coolant through the plumbing system, then it might overspill through the overflow pipe of the expansion tank. And one more important thing, never mix different type of coolant. There are different coolants available in market like yellow, green and blue and pink, and blue is considered the top of the line and pink is also. Hero is using blue coolant, Hero premix, in a 50-50 ratio. So always use the correct coolant in your cooling system, and always check your coolant level when the bike is cold or the coolant is cold. Never check it in the hot condition. And very important thing to note, never open the expansion tank or the radiator cap when the coolant is hot. It might burn your hand. I hope this video will be helpful. Thanks guys, and thanks for watching.